good afternoon to all. I'm Adam Gilchrist, and next to me in the commentary position is Michael Atherton, Mel Jones, and the one and only Ali Mitchell.
Thanks for such a warm introduction. I'm sure I don't need to tell you just how much... Could have gone either way on that call, but I reckon bowling first is the sensible call. Put the batters under early pressure and hopefully get the breakthrough.
We're about to get underway and already the crowd is up and about. This is looking to be a great day of cricket. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Cuts that off well in the infield. Square cut, finds point, no run. Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
Helped on its way, really. Pivoted onto the back foot and lofted it all the way.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
They've gone up here. Akram, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Top edge and just over the keeper. Might have been a little bit late reacting, but the ball runs away to the rope. Akram shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Pulled away, but straight to square leg.
Wait there.
Couldn't get it through the field.
End of the second over. The score is now 16 for none.
Kumar from the south end. Thick edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Shot, textbook pull shot, and that's racing away to the boundary. Brilliant.
A lovely shot off the back foot. The shorter ball having no joy in getting dispatched for 4 runs.
Butler, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Amazing reflexes, and that's stuck. Great grab. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good start, but that's all they've managed. They did the hard work. And threw it away in the end.
The new batter at number 3. Please give him a warm welcome.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder.
End of the 3rd over. The batting team are now from 1 for 1.
Going with pace now.
New bowler into the attack.
Got that away nicely. Gone. Great reflexes. Short fine leg with a brilliant catch. Well done. That was a tough chance.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
The new batter always likes to feel bat on ball as they bring a bit of nervous energy to the wicket. Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one, though.
Wait.
Collects that one. Simple as you like inside the ring. Beats the field with a great shot.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Waiting.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here.
Would have expected a bit more aggression that over. The run rate hasn't really gone up. Need to capitalise on their time at the crease now.
Al Hassan, the left armour, is coming into the attack from the south end. Nicked it. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Oh, that's a cracking shot. That's going to be 6. It's going way back into the crowd there.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Brilliant shot. That's one for the crowd.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
Puran has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Can't get that outside the ring field. Al Hassan will be pleased with their work in that over. Kept the batters under pressure very, very well. It's something they do so well. Norkia from the north end. Brilliant diving stop. Crack. Head was completely still and they struck that hard, high and long for 6.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Doesn't beat the infield. Onto that early, that could be 4.
A fantastic shot. Gets forward, head over the ball, smashes it away.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end. That's been smacked away. Fielders will not stop that one.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Oh, boy, that's a maximum. I want to know how far that's gone. Came right off the meat of the bat.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings.
Had a real flash at that one. Beautifully struck, too.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease, just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do other than watch the ball go all over the ground.
Well, they've just kept going, haven't they? If a wicket falls now, the rest of the batters can probably come in with a really aggressive mindset.
This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go.
Yadav watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Caught. Out. Nicely done by the keeper.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be at maximum.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
2 boundaries in a row. Time to focus. Back to line and length. And again, another maximum. All the fielders can do is watch as that sails deep into the crowd.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Nicked it. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on length is obviously the way to go. Big edge. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. Akram coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Edged it. Finds the fielder with that shot. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Edged. Wow, that's a huge appeal for the catch. If there's something on it, it was the faintest of edges. Super catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this one goes down as a fail.
Power and precision in that shot.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Akram over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on.
Kept the heat on throughout this innings so far. Really good batting. The next few overs could tell the tale of just how big this score will be.
Narayan to wrap up the innings. That's a big one, a maximum. Away she goes. If you lose the pictures, it's because it's hit the broadcast truck. Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Oh, that's been heaved away and punished over the rope. That's a brute of a maximum.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Dragged down and put away. Pulled that with great power, and it's been launched into the crowd for a maximum.
This is a brilliant show of power batting. Another 6, and the bowling tactics seem to be all wrong at the moment.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Square drive lofted over cover for a maximum. What a shot that was. Open the face on impact, combined with a really clean strike. This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. Livingston wants plenty from these bowlers.
And another one. It's raining 6s now.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. That sounded good. That sounded really good. That's a maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
How about half a dozen? They've hammered them to all parts of the ground. A perfect over for the batting side.
This is a massive total. Really good hitting throughout the batting order. It's going to be a really tough ask to overhaul this score. This is a very defendable total. The openers will need to get their eye in very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they have any chance.
Here we go. First ball.
Top edge and just over the keeper. Might have been a little bit late reacting, but the ball runs away to the rope. Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Oh my, that's racing away.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
This has been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. The runs are flowing very easily now. Was quick onto that in the infield. Misses everything. Cuts that off well in the infield.
End of the first over. The batting team are now 10 for 9.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end. Brilliant shot through the vacant point position. Not sure it'll get cut off.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Yadav, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Couldn't get it through the field.
End of the second over. The batting team are now on for 1 for 9.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Oh, well, don't even bother running.
A lovely shot off the back foot. The shorter ball having no joy in getting dispatched for 4 runs.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Square cut, finds point, no run. Great commitment. Goes over the top with that shot.
Right out of the textbook, off the middle, and it flew to the boundary.
Khan, the spinner, coming into the attack.
For the fielding side.
Butler, stand and deliver. Holds the pose as the ball goes straight over the bowler. 6 more.
Just a little bit of room given, and the power was immense. That's flown over the boundary.
Khan shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Shot. Land back and punch through the gap in the offside, and that'll be 4.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Shot. Should be runs here. Whacked away.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over. And what a beauty it was. Say what you want about the bowling, but you still have to hit them. Majestic batting. Patel, the left-arm orthodox bowlers, coming into the attack from the south end. That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. Hales, there's plenty from these bowlers.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Perfectly timed.
Starting to hit their stride. Fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s.
Having been hit for consecutive boundaries, really interested to see how they can bounce back with the next ball. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. Oh, my word, that is huge. Middle, that's a monster of a shot.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous. 6 last ball. How will the bowler reply?
Does very well to quickly get across to this one. The bowler looks really confident. Khan from the north end. Oh, boy, that's a maximum. I want to know how far that's gone. Came right off the meat of the bat.
You give that much width and you're asking for trouble. That was so well timed and flew over the boundary.
Don't all... mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Oh, that's a terrific shot. Leant in and punched through the leg side for 4.
No point running for that one. That was 4 off the bat. Beautiful shot off the front foot.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Beats the field with a great shot.
A fantastic shot. Gets forward, head over the ball and smashes that one away.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder? Nice shot, straight to gully. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. Siraj back on now. Nearly gets the edge. Siraj with a great delivery there. Smacks that away through the gap.
Just sheer power off the back foot. Don't need to worry about running.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Wow, that's missed a lot. Lovely shot, got back quickly and finds the gap.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Hales has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
Well, these are the sorts of shots you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep control and find the boundary.
Hales is starting to really get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt the momentum. Power and precision in that shot.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Patel, the left armour, is coming on to bowl from the north end. Huge shot. That's a massive shot, just incredible.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Edge. Keeper can't take it. Not sure anyone will cut that off now.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Oh, what else do they have in their bag of tricks? Just not much seems to be working at the moment. Brilliant shot there.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Goes over the top with that shot.
Just lent on that. The timing was perfect, and the outfield did the rest. How will he reply?
Whacked away.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Great shot through the gap. End of the over, and what a beauty it was. Say what you want about the bowling, but you still have to hit them. Majestic batting.
Well, the captain's made every effort to try and curb this onslaught, but the batters have had answers for every question so far.
Right arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Oh, that's a biggie. Oh, that is huge. All the way for a maximum. And it's gone many rows deep.
That just drifted a bit and pounced on. Hit high and mighty. They'll be really happy with that.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing. Oh, my word, that is huge. Middle, that's a monster of a shot.
They've attempted the slower ball, but that's been pounced on and hit high into the stands. Brilliant timing.
Super batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure right on the bowler. They've got to respond.
Great short ball. Well played, though. Didn't flinch and was able to leave it comfortably. That's the end of the short stuff for this over.
Heaved over the top, and that'll be a maximum. Fantastic square drive.
That was a slower ball, but it didn't fool anyone. The timing was beautiful.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Oh, I thought that was past him, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Oh, that is a beauty. An in-swinging Yorker, and the batter is gone.
Well, that was an entertaining show of power batting. Really put the bowlers to the sword for a while there, but it's all come to an end now.
At number 3, please make him welcome.
Got that away nicely.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful delivery. No chance for the fielders. A great win, extremely close, right to the end, and to bring the win home like that is really special.
that's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you enjoyed the match and join us again real soon.